Previously on A House Divided. The party were back in the material plane and were on the mission to locate the personal effects of the Fey Lady of the house. Their search continued as they made their way through the attic, finding many strange hand-carved words in some of the quarters. They then found an exploding toilet, and then they made their way into a room where there was the outline of ashen bodies, vaporized, possibly during whatever happened to the house all those years ago. They then made their way down to the second floor and were just made the discovery of another arcane portal in one of the bedrooms. This one is not linked to the other planes they have currently visited. It appears to be about a third complete, but maybe this is the key they have been looking for to finally solve what is truly going on in this house divided. Okay, everyone, apologies. Yes, you didn't get the audio through of what was going on there, but basically what's actually happening is that you found the remnants of this first part of a portal here, one that's not linked with the rest of the house as far as the other planes within the house, etc. So you are, you've been doing some brief examinations of this and, realizing that this is obviously key and important in a different way than you've seen with some of the other things around and the other ways of moving between the planes. But you're back in the room at this point, this discovery having been made not long ago, and Cordelia working out a few things of what's actually gone on. You are back here. What would you guys like to do?
I can't remember if I asked this last session, but are these symbols that are on the blackboard, are they the same as what we can see on the floor, or are there no symbols on the floor at all?
There is a partial set of symbols on the floor of a planar gate. Is basically what Cordelia has basically fitted you, has filled you in on. The blackboard has basically got a few kind of sort of sketches and working outs of spell description, etc. For it, like the workings out of planar travel. Cordelia found a lot of this on the back of the mirror that you guys found previously in the other episode as well, which was had a load of formulaic stuff on the back of the mirror frame that you had to that you took note of at least, and then obviously repaired the mirror to get some sort of visual going on between the rooms, etc. So some of these formulas, you've seen parts of this before on your travels, but the main thing that Cordelia has picked up is that this is clearly one that's linking to some place you haven't been so far would be the best way of putting it.
Could I take a look at this very neatly organized desk and the book that's on it to see if that correlates to anything that might be to do with this? Yeah,
let's have a quick look and see on that one. I mean, you can definitely see that there is a whole thing bits on the desk on that one. There's a bunch of like leather blotter pads that sit on the desk. It's clearly a good, clean sort of working space for writing, etc. It's got a couple of small trays on one side, and the desk holds a bunch of bone white folders full of papers that sit next to sealing wax sticks. So this is like where he would sit to write, if that makes sense, or write correspondence, as far as you can see. There's just, again, a thick layer of dust that sort of seems to be covering a lot of this as this is going on, but you sort of flip through some of the papers and bits that are there, and there definitely seems to be a bunch of different pages on different subjects, some loose notes around in some folders, and there is a book that seems to be leather bound, that seems to be crammed as you just briefly look through it in the moment, sort of countless diagrams and magical equations and ruminations and things like that come from what you're looking at. You would say you were coming from a highly skilled wizard. Cordelia would be your best way of putting it as you're looking at it there. Do you want to make a quick investigation of the actual table itself, or do you want to pay more attention to the papers, things like that, etc.?
If the book looks arcane in nature, I'll take it over to this portal and just thumb through the pages gradually, trying to find a match for this to see if there is a diagram of the other half that's missing.
Fair enough. As that's going on, I will give you give me a general arcana roll here, and this is just to work through the knowledge of what you're seeing in some of this as well, and see how well you're understanding. There's plenty of information in here. There's not an exact drawing of this actual gate, if that makes sense, but it is parts of talking about things like arcane tethers, planar threading, planar resonance. There's lots and lots of different articles on different things about how you actually go about making one of these gates, basically, or it's someone that's gone and worked through the process is the best way. So it's talking about the materials he's used at different points and his experiments on what did and didn't work. But I think your understanding of it eventually comes down to with a 22 that he was basically trying to make it his equivalent of a magnificent mansion. So he was trying to make that planar type spell work in a form that suited him, if that makes sense. So it's the building blocks of something like that that he was working on, but a very powerful version of it. He keeps on calling it a planar sanctum, is the way he puts it in his terms within the book.
I'll relay that to the rest of the group, but there's nothing in this that kind of correlates or could correlate with.
It's certainly telling you about things like what materials he was using to make it. There's certainly bits of that in there. It seems like when he was producing it originally, he had to use several pounds of bone. It didn't matter what type it was, and then a bunch of freshly cut wood that had to be either burnt in a pit or with a block of incense and then processed into ash. He had to do all of that, and he needed quite a large amount of iron dust. And he talks about gathering these things from around the estate as this was all going on. But yeah, it's kind of, there's certainly talk of what he went through to do it, and also that there was a lot of things about how he was going to deal with the with repurposing the energies around the house to actually make the arcane tethers and bits and bobs like that. But yeah, there's a lot of detail here. But yeah, to suffice it to say, it's the roadmap of how he built it. It's not the diagram of the final thing that's sitting on the floor, if that makes sense.
Does this look intentionally incomplete, or half of it is just worn away through time?
Well, again, with your 22, I'm going to say, you think it is fractured through space, would be the best way of putting it. It is not like the rest of it is worn away. It is like the pieces are literally missing. And you would guess by the very nature of the thing, that's planar related.
Yeah. Okay. So the other half of this diagram is on his plane, essentially.
No, you see, it's in thirds. You have a third here. You don't know. You're not making that assumption at this point with a 22.
Was the one in the library complete? That one was complete, wasn't it?
It did. It wasn't completely complete because it was missing parts, but the Vostalas was able to rebuild it with the shadow crystals that you guys managed to retrieve. And yeah, you guys are aware there are 3 versions of that portal in the library, one in each of the areas.
Was this the bit he was missing?
No. This is a link to somewhere else. This is supposed to be a 4th place.
This is the first time we've been in this room in any of the houses. So
Correct.
Split into 3. You got to think maybe a third is in the Shadowfell and a third is in the Fae.
It's possible. It certainly would ring true with what Cordelia has been saying as you guys have been as you've been talking.
Espen won't put that together.
No, but as a group,
yeah.
and with I'm more than happy to let you have it. But yeah, it looks about a third of the portion as this is going on. The other things that Cordelia would be aware of as well is that having a complete circle wasn't the only things that had to be done from the notes. There was also power was needed to actually make the circle work. But yeah, he talks about repurposing some of the energies around the house to make that work. But there's no detail as yet of what that was. But yeah, it's certainly something. And maybe more would become apparent by studying other parts of this magic circle.
Well, we do have a friend who deals in interplanar things, so he might be able to help us with this.
Or we can just hop to the other houses and find out for ourselves.
We would need to convince the other heads of house to allow us into their personal quarters, though, and that is not easily done.
The Feywild's going to be the easiest one. We haven't caused too much issue there. I think the Shadowfell one we're going to have to force our way in. I don't think we're going to get permission.
Well, we already found a hidden way in.
True.
And we have a way out, the library.
So we should look around and see if there's a secret entranceway into this room.
No, I mean in the attic in this house, there's a gateway to the shadow plane, which I assume leads to their attic. We could just sneak our way through to this side, perhaps?
Haven't they got the creepy soldiers though over there?
Yeah.
Yes, they indeed do.
They will stop us as soon as we step foot there.
From what I remember as well, that room in the Feywild is where all the satyrs are, right? Outside here, the big
correct.
Room.
Yeah, the one outside of this room. Yes, that was the room that the satyrs were in. Yes,
so that could be the easiest option for us right now.
Timnus is with them. I'm sure he could allow us entry into whatever they're using this room for over there.
But I agree with Astra. I think the Shadow Realm is going to be brute force, unfortunately. Unless somehow they've forgotten about what's happened.
That would be wonderful.
I still believe that we could potentially be okay over there. They might not believe we've done anything wrong. Maybe they think that our presence helped Timnus in some way. And I'm sure that between the more charismatic members of our group, we could maybe nudge them in the direction that we were unknowing aid to him.
Yeah, that's honestly up to you guys which way you want to play it. But yeah, you are definitely aware in the attic. Yeah, there is a one-way door that you're aware of that goes through to the Shea Ward version of the house. That's definitely true. Yeah, the library has all three, as far as you're aware. So yeah, you do definitely have options to go either way in any order. Is the honest truth. It certainly seems like this is the more key thing to be looking at.
I do believe that even if we are not on dire terms with the household head of the Shadowfell, maybe we should not let them know that we are looking for something in their own personal quarters. We know that there are ways to navigate the house without really taking the main paths. Regulus, you have a keen eye in finding such paths. I believe we should look for one of those in this version of the house and pray to the thunder that one exists over in the Shadowfell that we can use.
Yeah, but last time we tried that, it was in the hallways where I found previously in the Shadowfell, I found some secret passageways, and then in the Feywild, they were completely different.
That's correct. Yeah, and they were in roughly the same places, but you did find that some of the doors were not quite in the same spots that you found in the first one. That is definitely true. You are aware of that.
We look around the same sort of areas if we do find them, but it's just making you aware now that could be the case.
That's very true. I just believe that if we try to brute force, as Mona says, there's no coming back from that. So we should explore the other options before we decide that is the path we should take.
I think even before we explore the options of the Shadow Realm, I think we should go back to the Feywild. We at least have the objects from the Lady of the House that we can offer up to show signs of faith, and maybe they'll even invite us in if we explain why we need to be there. I think they're the most reasonable of the of occupants of the house.
Perhaps our mishaps in the Shadowfell will be overlooked, as we have in fact completed a task for them there.
That was also what I was going to say. Since we have solved their
Boneless
dancing.
dancers, yes.
Well, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely in the probably category because you haven't seen the outcomes on the other side of that where they were. They were unkillable when you were last in there, as far as that went on. The only other thing, Cordelia, you would have had. There was obviously the folder of letters that you picked up. I'm just going to put them in the because you'd be able to be thumbing through those as let's go. So I'm just going to start putting those in the chat so you guys can look through that, look through these as this is all going on.
Well, while we are still in this version of the house, do we think we should look for more of the personal effects of the young lady of the house to make sure?
Oh yes, we should definitely finish here.
Yes, so because there's still plenty of this house that we have not looked at yet. Like, for instance, the room that Mona is at right now.
We also have the issue of going back to the plains and time skipping forward again. We were only there for 2 days, and if I know you think that the Shadow Realm might not be as bad, but if it does go bad, I assure you we are going to be there for a long time trying to get through that house, trying to get out of that house.
All the more reason for us to know how to enter and leave the most rooms possible.
And I'll open this door.
No problem. What you see on the other side of the door, Mona, is a well-groomed closet with 2 absolutely ginormous wall-sized mirrors on each side here that are like literally mounted into the frame of the space as this is going on. Nothing else stands out in the moments, barring your own reflection as you're looking at it in the second.
I will pick up this stool next to me and throw it at one of the mirrors.
smashing one on one side, leaving one large mirror left.
Does anyone have anything I can throw at this mirror? I'm not getting anywhere near it. She'll put a hand out to someone near her.
Maybe a dagger? Want me to throw this?
Yes. Sure. Your daggers have been on point.
You're throwing a shadow dagger or a regular dagger?
Shadow dagger.
Okay, yeah. So from out of nowhere, this black energy comes, and then he throws it, smashing the mirror into shards, and then whatever this black energy was disappears in the moment.
Are we going to speak of that, Regulus? You've been using that ability, but only recently. How did you come about it?
Else gifts been here?
You cut out a bunch, so what?
I said, hasn't anyone else had any gifts since being here?
Nobody's given me nothing. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I kept getting lost in the voids when I was getting teleported all over the place. Yeah. Perhaps because I'm supposed to be drawn to one place or another, like everyone else of the Corvinarises seem to be in a certain plane. That was my theory anyway, and someone offered me help to be able to get back, and thought it could be our good friend Milton, and I took it, and I've been able to do this ever since. And I got back, all in one piece.
Espen looks concerned, looks at Astra.
Astra
Oh, yeah, I
is
smashed
mirroring
it,
your
so that's
concern.
good.
I will assure you, it was not me who did.
Oh,
help
I
you.
didn't think I'd forge anything with you, Milton. I thought it was our friend, but I don't feel like it is. Perhaps it's maybe the late main Corvinarius. Can't remember his name.
Oh, Darius Corvinaris, yeah.
Maybe
I
it's
would like to insight on Regulus about whether or not he does know actually who he's made a deal with,
Yeah,
and he's just
that's
talking
right.
out of his
I have
arse.
no fucking clue, son.
For
What am I
14.
doing? Am I persuade the steps? Or what?
Yeah, they're the same number, so just give me a persuade. Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
I don't know.
For once he is readable, and yeah, you think he is actually being he's being
One
honest.
time.
One time he's
Terrible.
readable, he doesn't actually know.
Yes, but you think you can read through him on that one. He just doesn't know on that one. But Regulus in the moments is as this is all sort of being said, you kind of like you can feel yourself being drawn to that portal, that gate that is now directly in front of you. You wish it was working more and more with every passing moment.
Oh, let's just go. Oh, come on then.
You go in, investigate
I am investigate.
with help.
No problem. Yeah, you can go and investigate the closet.
With help from somebody who can't actually see in dim light. So.
Fair enough on that one.
All out the way so I can lie to you.
There is bunches of clothes here. If you wish so, there is enough for 5 full sets of common, travelling, or fine clothes within the cabinets here on this one. Including belts, shoes, boots, and cloaks.
Oh, can I get myself a nice fancy cloak?
Oh, last time we touched the clothes, we got assaulted.
Oh, right. Don't leave me, Mona.
Shut the door, shut the door.
There's also a cabinet that seems to hold incense, some charcoals, candle, chalk. Sort of a variety of kind of components would be the best way of putting it.
Those might be useful just to carry around if in Cordelia's book it tells us that they need them for these kind of portals. It might be useful if we need to complete this ourselves.
Certainly, yeah.
Start, like checking stuff out and like, I got some clothes.
Yeah, I'll all the
So just checking them all.
arcanary objects. I will just pick up all the arcanary objects.
No problem. Yeah, so you start packing into your pack like incense, charcoal, some candles, and chalk. Just general bits that seem to be here on that front. That's no worries on that one. It seems like that's the main things that you're seeing in there at this time. Anyone else up to anything else as this is going on? I think you muted, Espen.
I said hi.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I said I was going to open this door.
Okay, fair enough. No worries. On the other side of that door, there appears to be what would have been a a master bathroom of some description. Whatever sort of protections that have kept the bedroom and the writing room well kept have not extended to this bathroom, and it does seem to be as collapsed and ruined as some of the other areas. There are broken bottles of liquids and soaps, scented oils, things like that. But even all of this is sort of pungent and sort of cloying now as it's sort of broken over the years. It's in very poor condition, like most of the house.
Is this wall just open?
Absolutely, you can literally see straight out into the dark void as this is going on. And as you're looking out into the grey fog, give me a perception check.
I do love an open concept of the house.
Is this something that like I was actively doing, or just something that like?
Yeah, this is more. Well, if you feel you would actively be looking out, let me know. Otherwise, I'll take your passive, I guess.
I think he would want to check out what's outside. So I'm gonna get myself guidance.
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
That's okay.
If it was something he was thinking of doing, then he would.
Then I've got no problem with that. That's no problem. And extra on top. 14. Okay, yeah. You can see the those strange brambles that you've seen coming up the side of the building, but you do for a uncanny moment think you see two dark sockets of a face in the fog further off, if that makes sense. Kind of what was described regarding Bob's sort of incurrence on the previous day.
Ugh.
Waiting out there.
He steps back.
Does the fog look like it's getting closer?
Make an intelligence check.
It looks awfully thick right next to us.
Can I persuade you with charisma?
Well, you can try, but yes, alas, I think maybe hold back on that one.
You can persuade your own sight into believing.
You can convince yourself of everything. No, not that you. It seems about the same as far as you can tell.
Does I'd move myself in to look into the room. Does it look like the wall was broken from the outside or from the inside?
That is a good point. You can make me an investigation check on that one.
Can I give her help, because as a carpenter I might know that a little bit?
Yeah, you can be assisting. You can be insisting as this is all going on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If help action is 23.
Yeah, it's with 23 on that one. You're pretty sure that this is all sort of come from the above and outside in, if that makes sense. So it's where things have collapsed and broken over time. Probably mostly from water damage and some of it from the plants themselves. You don't think this is someone's malicious attempt. This is more like an untended building that is paying the price for water ingress very, very badly at this point. It doesn't look like an explosion or anything weird and wonderful.
Considering this guy wanted to build like the most amazing house that covered several planes, he's not very good at structure work.
Not when he's not there. No, apparently not.
No.
Apparently not. Although the rooms, the bedrooms that you are standing in are in absolutely perfect condition, just a bit dusty. But that would be the only. For some reason, these were magically more protected than the rest of the house by the looks of it.
Can I just make a quick search of like the bathtub, see if there's anything interesting in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can make an investigation check of that. That's no problem.
Guidance.
Mm-hmm. An 18, plus 19 on that one. Sadly, no. There's not vastly anything of interest as you're sort of going through it. It is a massive concoction of horrible soaps that have literally been ruined through the years as they've been as the bottles have decayed. Is the honest truth. So it smells real bad, and it's a hell of a mix at this point. They might have been good at one point, but alas.
waste of a 19.
Mm.
Okay. Is this a break in the wall here? Am I supposed to be able to see through that?
Yeah, there shouldn't be a break in the wall, but I'm going to say that maybe there's just a crack in the wall and you can see through into the next room. I'm going to give it to you like that. There's a little space, shall we say, that's enough that you can see through as this is going on. Yeah, there seems to be some sort of a closet space or a something beyond on that front. You can see that there is at least a couple of stacks of pots or something in the previous room. Regulus, you know, I believe from a previous game, you found a sort of a cubby hole like that in one of the other houses that was sort of like able to spy on the bathroom of another place, and that kind of you're thinking about it and you think, this is the reverse of I'm seeing something almost similar or akin to what I saw in one of the other houses. Oh, I think you're muted again.
Sorry, this is to spy out of the bathroom, not into the bathroom.
It's because it's decayed and it's become obvious that the spy hole is not hidden as it was was probably hidden in the other one. But yeah, this is like where the decay is set in. It's now obvious both ways what's going on, whereas it might not be so. You don't think it was as obvious in what you had seen in one of the other houses. Another similarity, yeah.
What's in this room? Can we see?
Let me get out of your way so you can look.
You can't see everything, but you can definitely see that there is a storage space there, and it does remind you of the storage space where you found your cloak and bits in the previous house. I think this is where you got that your robe from, and things like that, near the chest set previously in the shadow version of the house. I think that was that you guys managed that.
Hey Mona, do you want to break this down so we can look inside?
Now you want to break stuff down.
I mean, this.
Yeah.
Sort of telepathically say this is where I got my super awesome coat. Right.
Okay. I mean, Espen, can I have that sledgehammer again? I don't think my glaive would be very useful here.
Yeah, you think you're looking at a big solid wall. It's going to take you time, but you could do it.
I've
got something for that, and I just rip off a patch, and it's a massive battering ram.
Okay, that works.
I thought you were against demolishing parts of your house.
I said this, Cordelia. He's just whinging.
Yeah, but look at the state of it. If this is leading to some sort of clue, then.
Yeah, I'll help you with the battering ram. I'm sure it could take 2 people, so I'll give you advantage, I guess, on.
What happens with that now? Can I put it back into a pouch, or is that expended?
I think you expend it in the moment. Yeah, it's now just here.
I have a battering ram that we have to carry around.
Nah, just leave it there.
So yeah, you guys, we'll spend a bit of time, and I'm happy for you to continue, but it does take a bit of time here to smash and smash and smash. But you can eventually make some space here. And Cordelia, anything to?
Is this a load-bearing wall? Is this
make an intelligence check as they're doing it, Cordelia? Yeah.
It's literally a hole in it.
Like how Astra runs away after that question was asked.
Doesn't bother Mona. She's just
on that one. You think structurally it might be quite a strong wall. It's definitely stone wall, so that suggests it might be load bearing. As he's smashing away.
I wouldn't have given it up for that.
I like the idea that Cordelia is really big into grand design, so she knows what a lot of
sits at home watching grand design theatre.
But yeah, this is early in their attempt at the moment. But does she keep stum or does she let them get on with it?
It's stone. I probably wouldn't have given it. I thought they were wooden slats.
Okay. No, I see where you're going. So yeah, you have the discussion of the possibility then, but you don't actually go there. I see.
I say I have a battering ram, but I won't use it because we don't need to.
Fair enough, and you can save the battering ram for another time. Fair enough.
Isn't there just a way around that we
No,
might be
we
able
couldn't.
to get to the other
It was
side?
broken. We couldn't get past. I don't think.
You have, you're not so sure on that, Milton. Is the honest truth, because you've seen deeds of the house. You're not sure if that comment's valid or not. It's the honest
I
truth.
thought that the library was all broken. We couldn't get round to where that would be.
You've certainly seen that there are damaged floors and bits that are taken out in different places. But yeah, you're not sure if there's no way through.
Isn't that the floor down though?
No, the second
like
part of the
this-
library, the balcony. That's what I was talking about. That was all smashed down. We couldn't get over.
That is correct. But Milton, yeah, you are aware that the library is further off
Because I
to the south.
If you go down here, you end up in like a hallway that might lead to there. No, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, you're on the right lines. Your memory's right.
If I can see through the gap, I can just teleport one of you through there.
You can
And
definitely
back.
see through.
Yeah, but then we're sweetly stuck, surely.
No,
Or
because I
back,
can do
yeah,
it
but-
back.
What do we think is on the other side of this this tiny cubbyhole over here?
Let's just walk around. We need to investigate everywhere
Yeah.
else anyway. So it kind of
Right,
Was
so
that
we
the
just
last
take a
time one of
mental
us-
note of where we are, and then
Yeah.
go around to find it.
Anyway, when I went off by myself, it didn't end well, so let's not do that again.
And how did you get out of that situation?
With Cordelia's amazing magic, and
There we
I'm
go.
grateful for her forever.
Fair enough.
I give one last horrified look at the disgusting placement of the bed, and then I leave. I've been
just to
thinking
make
about
sure.
that bed
Just to
all
make
week.
sure.
It's been deeply upsetting me.
Oh, when the feng shui is off. When the feng shui is off.
It's not good.
Why do we think this room is untouched by the ravages of time compared to the rest of the house?
Well, if it's the wizard's main point, then maybe he put a protection spell on it. If Darius is still alive, maybe he returns to it. Who
I
knows?
also think it might have something to do with the portal that's there, since
Mhm.
that's
Good
most
shout.
strongly linked to the other
Yeah, like
spaces.
why would he visit
then-
it and never use the bathroom? You know.
Because we all know the bathrooms in this place explode.
That is
they do,
true.
Yes, that's true.
I would say the world is your toilet, so just go wherever.
I knew that it was broken.
Yes, so there's definitely a giant hole in the wall as you guys are sort of making your way around. You don't you literally bypass the main double doors as this is going on, make your way back into another one of the western hallways. It seems like the floor is in a bad way, but not half as bad as you've seen in some of the other floors on the like the attic and the level above. This is much more passable than that, shall we say? You don't think you're going to be doing checks like Regulus had to do on the floor above.
Oh, so we can move in here.
You can, yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's got a lot of rubble, but mainly rubble from the floor above. There seems to be a Milton. You seem to be making your way into a broken room that seems to be like a bedroom of some description. Another shattered mirror lays across the floor. And the entire north wall seems to be broken down and busted. There seems to be not much left that has survived on this one, as it seems like looters may have definitely been through this this particular room. Seems like a broken mess.
I'm not even gonna bother investigating and just.
Yeah, definitely. That one definitely seems to be in a very, very poor state as this is going on. Milton, this in one of the other realms, was the lady of the house's bedroom previously, but when you're looking at it here, are you going to do an investigation of this one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, no problem.
Give me a moment.
Is Espen going to the toilet again? I'll shut the door for you. There you go.
First, I wanted to see if there was a mirror in this room.
My
bear with me.
key does not want to open for some reason.
There is a mirror on that side. Sorry, Seb, your sheet doesn't want to open.
Ah, there we go. It just took a while. There we go.
Oof. Okay. seems completely disinteresting as you're looking around in the moments as that's going on. Meanwhile, Espen, yes, you do see there is a mirror in the corner as this is all going on.
Maced.
Macing the mirror. Okay, no problem. You definitely will be smashing that as that is all going on. No problem.
And after I do that, then I will turn to Astra and say, "You excuse me, I feel much better about this now."
Oh.
And I will shut the door.
Yeah. Oh, I shut it and you opened it. Okay.
It's like mind me, excuse me, don't mind me moment. Yeah, as that's all going on. Mona, sorry, yeah, you make your way around to like the western area over there.
While they're distracted with that, because Regulus said this is where I found the cool cloak, she's gonna just sort of walk over here to where that slit in the wall was.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you knowing you're looking for it in amongst all of this here, you do spot the secret door that will actually lead you in there as that is all going on. If you can give me an investigation check, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, the only thing that you do spot is that there is an old notepad. It seems to be like it's been half. It was sort of half written in, and then the sheets have been ripped out. But there is a notebook sitting there, but it appears to be blank.
There's nothing in, like flicking through it. There's nothing in it.
No, nothing in it. It's just half. It's like the top half of the pages have been ripped out.
Use some charcoal.
What?
Like do a rub in so you can see if what was written.
Oh yeah, I got some charcoal from the other room.
Don't tell the others.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, I got you in that room.
Why, governor?
Yes, so the mind link is in play. Yes, okay. So yeah, you might be hearing that Mona in the moment.
I found a blank notebook. Should I just pocket it so nobody, just in case there's some sort of magic-y crap going on with it?
A blank notebook. What was like?
A blank notebook. It's I don't know what
to... Yeah, pocket it for now. Just like everyone else has. Everyone's kept stuff to themselves. Just take it yourself.
Yeah.
We can look
okay,
at it
I'll do that.
Okay, so yeah, as they're all distracted doing that, then is anyone else up to anything in the moments here? So Cordelia and Astra, you're sort of in that middle space in between, or is Espen up to anything else in the moments?
Espen would, after he's done with his business in the bathroom, he would, I guess, do just a quick check to see if there's anything interesting in there.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. You can make an investigation check.
All right, guidance.
Mm-hmm. For a moment, Espen, as he's just sitting there, sorting himself out after a few moments, I think he looks down and sees a cord running from the side of the toilet and going across the room. And then for a moment of panic, he thinks maybe there is some sort of a trap there that he may set off, and then realizes, oh, there's the other end of the cord. No, it's just a bit of old tat. It's fine.
Okay.
You would have been caught with your trousers down.
He would have literally been. He would have had a Die Hard moment. No, it's not real.
Very vulnerable state.
I was going to say earlier, you closed the door and then we just hear a sonic boom
as it just explodes on him. No, one toilet per campaign. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
This would have been your Jurassic Park moment.
So then, satisfied everything in here is on the up and up. Espen will step out and catch up with everyone else.
No problem. Astra and Cordelia, then, you guys, we've not heard. Is there anything you guys will be wanting to get up to in these moments here, or would have been looking into whilst the others are off doing their sections, just to give you a chance?
Milton, isn't this the room where you found that chessboard in the shadow?
Well, yes, I do believe it is, Mr. Delia.
Yes, it definitely was like a western landing. There definitely was a some sort of a chessboard set up in play in the Shadowfell version of the house. Absolutely.
No chessboard here.
Make an investigation check. Yeah, no one's actually done one of this particular part of the space. 12. Yeah, you're looking around. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as all the rest of it, the decay around here is just quite dramatic. Again, the weather has definitely taken most of these sides of the houses of the house. Apologies. Yes.
Oh, pity there doesn't seem to be one here.
No, definitely true. Definitely true.
You would just hear like crashing and stuff of Mona like throwing stuff back to try and find anything like that to search in. She's just throwing stuff up, breaking stuff.
Just
She's like,
detritus coming from a cupboard that that all looks like tat. Of coming from this busted up cupboard in the back corner. But yeah,
there's nothing in this room. That was boring.
I've gone onto the balcony partly because there were these binoculars there and they intrigued me.
Fair enough on that one. Can you give me an investigation check, please?
Nice.
Oh, Astra stepped out into the mist. Goodbye.
Bye.
Show up in Barovia.
On that one, okay. So yes, you find that there is definitely a wine bottle that, while unopened, is almost certainly unsafe to drink, as it's been sitting years in the sun and has been exposed to the elements. So yeah, consuming it would be an unwise idea on that one. It is also you also notice with that level of investigation check, the stone in the north wall of the balcony has been carved with the word "helpless" by something strong enough to scratch that deeply into the stone.
Okay, I'm gonna get a piece of like scrap paper from my bag as a reporter and get some charcoal and just do a quick rubbing of the word "helpless," just so if we can match it to anyone else's handwriting.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely take a rubbing. You've got plenty of those sort of materials now to make that completely doable as this is all going on. Anyone else?
So these are the stairs that lead up to the attic, right?
Yes, they are unbelievably busted up. Is the best way of putting it. They have, you don't think they would. Well, without barring being repaired, they, you don't think they're usable anymore. Is the best way of putting it. Is there like
a black void up here, or is there like the door closed?
There is definitely a space for the door where the door is. There's no black void like you've seen in some of the other spaces. It doesn't appear to be a pass through at this point.
Interesting.
Another door.
Okay. Astra, you come round to a second door. Looks like another bedroom on the other side of it that you can just about see Espen is poking his head off the other side of through another door.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi,
hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hey. Whose room was this? I don't know if we've ever been this one.
I don't think so. Can I do an investigation check to see if there's any clues of who this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely you can.
I will give you guidance.
Thank you.
14. Okay, fair enough. Let's have a look.
Plus a D4.
Oh yeah, plus a D4.
Does Milton hear this conversation? Or
God
not?
damn it.
If you wish to be in earshot, Milton, you can. Yeah.
I'll say in the shadow place, this was the room of the lady of the house. I found that letter there that was like half burnt.
Fair enough. So yeah, you let them in on that one. But in this case, your investigation check, Astra, you on the wire framework of the footboard of the old bed that's in bad repair at the moment. It basically has the initials EC shaped in embellished lettering.
Yeah, that confirms it. I think that is the lady of the house's bed. later, and it's maybe the best place to find more items of hers to bring back to the Feywild.
Yeah, you definitely know they're the initials of that girl. So yes, or as she would have been at the time.
Espen will poke his head back out and say, we believe we've found Elth's quarters here. We want to search to see if there's anything from her childhood that may be of use to us. Then I will make my own investigation check with guided.
Okay, fair enough.
We are not doing very well with these rolls.
Lord.
That's why
So
I
yeah,
called other people to help with this too.
fair. But yeah, you start turning things over in the moments here. Unfortunately, the room is in bad disrepair. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot of detritus, but not a lot of action as you're sort of looking around and trying to do this stuff, if that makes sense.
Did anybody listen and come in or no?
That's up to them.
We already done that room. So.
Miles away.
Yeah, but after a search, Espen, nothing more comes of it, if that makes sense. Between the two of you, you turn the room over. It's just there's a lot of debris.
Hmm.
Just like the floor below.
It does look like there is a bit of the space is showing a part of the floor below. It seems like it's more like it's the frames of the level below rather than all the way to the floor. But yeah, it definitely looks in bad shape.
Is there any way, like, anywhere that we couldn't get to? Can anyone think that we could potentially go up or down from this
The place where the revelry was. I can't remember where that was.
That was over on the other side of the house, on the east side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that was kind of where the dining hall was. It would be, and that would be where the arcane. You have been in the where the arcane wraiths are. You have definitely seen those beasties. Yes.
What is with that section of the house where the most vile creatures have decided to reside? Why there?
I mean, you definitely have seen the explosion and the portal that led you through to the other realms. Originally, is definitely in there, and obviously there is these arcane wraiths. Something terrible went down in that space. Yeah, you know that much.
Perhaps it's a sort of echo. The fact that it happened at that spot means that whatever was on the other side was drawn to that place.
That is very likely, yes.
Okay, fair enough. What's everybody up to? Anyone? Any other thoughts? Where are you heading?
I guess back, right? Because we don't have anything.
Yeah.
We've.
Oh.
There is one door here, one entrance that you haven't been down on this side. I'll definitely give you that as you guys have been passing by it, but that does lead towards off to the balcony towards the library area.
Yeah, that's fine.
As you do look over, you can see the glowing portal that you've travelled before on the other side, but the way down is precarious at best, and but could be done with a bit of effort.
I do have a ladder.
It could be done easier than I expected. Yeah.
Oh, before I left that room, I would have checked the word "helpless" with Elizabeth's carving of her own initials in there.
No, they don't. They do not match. No, it's
Cool.
it's more of something that's been made for her bed rather than a handwriting.
Okay, cool.
And we do not wish to try to traverse these stairs. I could mend them to make them safer if we want, but that's just the way up to the attic from a different route, right?
Yeah, it would take a lot of work. It's not impossible, Espen, you know that, but it would certainly take a lot of work to make those stairs work. But it does, yeah, they do lead up. You know that much. That is definitely true.
Okay, I guess we'll just we'll come back to it if we need to. Come on, Varia, who has been with us the entire time.
She absolutely has. Yes, your DM just doesn't move her around enough. But she is definitely there.
I would hand the helpless piece of paper to Cordelia because she's got all the like a load of letters and stuff. I'm just going, hey, does this match Darius's handwriting in any way?
You can make a perception check on that one if you wish. 25. No, yeah, you're pretty sure they don't match up. It's it's not even in the same league.
Does it match up with what we saw scrawled into the floor of that room in the attic?
With a 25, I'm going to say you feel comfortable that it's going to be something similar, it's done in a similar way.
Oh, joy. Okay, that makes it 10 times worse. Lovely.
So what is it that made the scratches? Was it the mirror thing, or was it something else?
Yeah, you've been your thinking has been it may well be the mirror things, or the other things that were doing the writing.
If it's able to write, then maybe we're able to reason with it. So next time we face it, maybe attempt conversation with it, and maybe it knows more about what's going on here than we do.
Or it wrote that before turning into that monster.
Yeah.
For all we know.
Also a possibility, but we might as well try if we see it again. Say, hi, how are you? Maybe.
Okay, well, maybe. Sorry. Meanwhile, sorry. As this is going on, Milton and Espen, you're going off down a different avenue right now, going off to the east. Are you? Is there anything? That you guys are particularly up to as you're heading this way?
Milton will see Espen kind of stop here and just say, "This is where I first saw the revelry from up here. In the Fae, this is all broken off."
I was not there. Where did you see them from?
I will point down, basically down at this corner of the wall, but in that direction. From here, I could see down into the eating hall where they were consuming flesh and at one point each other when they were frustrated. I do not know what's happening in the direction that we are heading now.
That must have been quite frightening for you, wasn't it?
I was more scared for Varia, but yes, it was jarring, to say the least.
And yet you made it out. That's good. Yes.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So yeah, you guys start wandering up this way a little bit, and there are a bunch of doors around here on either sides, and another sort of corridor that seems to be making its way. Like you definitely said, in the Fae version of this house, this was pretty much all destroyed. Would be the best way of putting it. In a very, very bad way. But more intact now. Yeah.
Open the doors one at a time. That way we don't get overwhelmed in case there is something dire behind more than one.
More flying outerwear.
That's so.
Yay, my favorite.
So Milton, are you trying this door or?
Yeah, I'll try to open it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, in the moments you do find that it is actually locked.
Mona!
I'm not allowed.
Oh. Regulus!
I'd like to open one of your doors.
Ah, yes. If only I had my keys. But I will do my best.
Ye olde thieves' tools time, yes.
I like to think of them as makeshift keys.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he used a key, but with a 24.
I mean, I feel like I just should get advantage of all these now because I've done so many of them.
I'm completely agreeing that it's a swift thing at this point. But yeah, the door gives us if he had the real key. It's so damn easy.
I sort of gesturing like, "Oh, after you."
Yeah, there seems to be a room that's in quite a lot of disarray. Once the furniture would have been neatly organised, but yeah, the inward collapse of the east wall has reduced it to splintered remains of stone and rubble. Yeah, there was a door that once led out to the balcony that lays broken in half, and yeah, a lot of the area is sort of covered in basically rubble from the wall. Would be the best way of putting it. You can make a perception check as you're in there, whichever one of you was the first one in.
That
think
would
it was
be
Milton, wasn't it?
Seb.
Milton, okay.
Perception. Here we go. And it's shit. Of course.
Okay, yeah, just another rubbish room as this is all going on. Yeah, barely looks like anything has survived. Espen, as you're looking out, yeah, you can see the balcony beyond, looking in fairly bad disrepair. Another one that seems to be not have done well to the elements as this is all going on. But yeah, you can see out.
And so I can't walk onto the balcony. Though.
You definitely can. It's still there. Absolutely. It's not gone, if that makes sense.
I can't because it says the attempted token movement collides with at least one wall.
Ah, they've put a wall in your way to stop you just going straight out. But yeah, you can actually make your way out there now if you so wish. There you go. On that front, yeah. So you make your way out onto this sort of eastern balcony. I need you to
Roll initiative.
No, not roll initiative.
Perish.
Yeah.
As the further as you start walking out onto the balcony, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you, please, Espen.
Oh no.
Oh, that's excellent. That's great. Have fun.
On that front.
I wanted it to be the other one. All right, let's see. That's what happens to Espen.
Okay, so the balcony gives way and collapses below you, exploding in the moment as this is all going on.
Cool.
I know, they did a really good job. Yeah, Espen, you are knocked prone in the moments as this is going on, taking 13 bludgeoning damage as you fall down to the floors below. You are now you are officially now pinned under the rubble of the balcony as this is all going on.
Oh goodness.
Cordelia, you need to vortex him up here now. He's completely crushed by rubble.
What the hell happened?
I think the balcony gave way.
Why was
Espen?
he on the balcony?
Do you require assistance?
What do you think? Why are you joking with this now? I just fell a story and I'm under immense weight.
I think.
Yeah, Varia is like, please, and she just wants to push through and try and help, but she's
Stop
panicking
making
a little.
jokes, you bitch! He's down there underneath so much rubble. He could be hurt. I have to check his leg.
Oh, Cordelia, just do it. It's going to keep
I
going.
was, but that comment.
Oh yeah.
I am sorry,
Cordelia and
Varia,
her.
but that is just unnecessarily rude.
Varia
Mr.
turns to
Cordelia.
Astra and says, "You seem to be the only good person here. Can you make them help him, please?"
Like, Reg just like sort of holds his hand out down, and he's like, I can't reach.
There's the
Cordelia,
wheezing
please.
and groaning.
Just get him up.
Cordelia will look up to the sky and say, Lathander.
Reg is crying, laughing, but inside, you can tell he's really enjoying that, but it's silent.
Oh man.
I think my shoulder is dislocated.
Oh, Cordelia, you know there's no god gonna help him. Could you just please get it up here?
Oh. Well. She will
Stronger
then-
god might have.
What are you okay? Have you been attacked up there? Do Do you need healing? I will
help!
get free soon and help you. Just wait, just hold on.
Cordelia will cast Vortex Warp and poof him up here.
Okay. Disappearing from the darkness below and reappearing on the bed up here, such as it is, Espen will reappear in the moment.
Oh, what took you so long? Were you okay up here without me?
Well, I thought I was giving your god a shot. It appears he didn't answer my prayer.
Espen, are you okay? Do you need help? And yeah, she's going to be trying to cure wounds on you anyway. Varia will do that.
So far, unimpressed.
And you will gain back 8 points of healing as she administers one of her elixirs to you.
Espen's just like looking at Cordelia like, you could have helped me before.
I may have got in the way of that. Varia says I may have pissed her off. But yeah, she's kind of looking at Espen in the moment. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, she's seething.
Yeah, Espen, if you'll excuse me, and Espen will just kind of get up and hobble out the door. Then he'll, nod to Varia if she wants to come with.
Is he wandering off to another balcony?
I think you really upset him.
I'll look over at Cordelia. Do you know what that was about?
Well, I was going to help him until I was so rudely insulted.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
listen, you want to fuck me over? You fuck me over. But you leave him alone, okay? He's one of the best people that I have ever met. And he's done nothing but help all of you since he got here. And with me here, he could have left whenever he wanted.
Again, I was going to help.
Then Varia would probably storm off and find Espen.
That makes sense.
No good deed goes unpunished, I see.
Astra is that uncomfortableness that
yeah,
when,
there's definitely
when you go to a friend's house and their parents start arguing in front of you, like that uncomfortableness.
Yeah, the definitely the tension in the room. That doesn't get broken. Until people start storming out as this is all going on.
Don't worry, Miss Cordelia. You know how this goes with those holier than thou godly types.
Oh yes, it always ends in tears.
And James, that private conversation that I said I would have with Varia when we get alone, I would like to have that now. We don't have to roleplay it, but we
can definitely have that going on. I'm aware of that. So those two are off in the corridor having that moment as that is all going on. And meanwhile, the rest of you, there are other rooms here at this moment. Or is anyone else doing anything with this particular room that you were in? Are you guys done?
I'm going to investigate like the break of the balcony just to double check that it was just a structural issue rather than, I don't know, some magical...
you can make an investigation check of what's left over. Let's see if it makes sense. With a 19, you're kind of you're pretty sure this is probably not maliciously done. You think this is just more of the decay of the house, and unfortunately Espen got caught out by the structure below not being sound anymore. And it just didn't bear his weight.
And then I'd probably do a sweep of the room as well whilst I'm in here. To avoid dealing with the argument again, just in case if they start arguing again outside, I'm creating distance.
Sure, no problem. You can make an investigation check of the generally of the room then, rather than just of the. 21. Okay. The only thing that hasn't decayed to the elements is the old wardrobe in the corner. There is bunches of moldy old clothing on the inside that they're past the point of being wearable. Whilst at first glance there doesn't seem to be anything of any value, you do spot that there is a damaged wooden hidden compartment within the wardrobe as this is going on, with a collection of old faded papers. A few of them are still legible at this point. So I will copy the first one across into the chat so you can start having a look. So that is one of them. There is another one, which is this one, and then a third and final one.
Oh, so this might have been the bedroom of Kryn.
But yeah, it definitely seems to be some interesting tidbits of information on some of these papers that you're seeing, and that nicely well-written hand that you've seen writing from before is definitely a thing from some of these as this is going on. Implying, that certain deaths may not have been quite as sort of foretold. One definitely saying about someone having taken her soul is kind of a the first one of those groups sort of suggesting something more has been going on. Murder.
Okay. Astra would skim read these. Quickly. And the one about the soul really got her.
Mm-hmm.
So she will rush. I'm assuming Regis is still in the room.
Regis is right there with you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go. Oh, just found these letters in this hidden cupboard. There's more. Maybe we can read them later. Maybe there's a way to see the writing that used to be there. But the stuff here, it's talking about, I'm assuming, Elsbeth's soul being taken, and there seems to be a discussion between Darius and Kryn. This looks like some really important stuff. Maybe we should get this to the others.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah. So you guys, sort of reconvene with the others as this is going on, and these extra bits of info are passed around the group. I mean, it definitely sort of suggests that there was some sort of a scheme to, in theory, kill and take the soul of Darius's wife. Is definitely sort of would be the best way of putting it for the first one. And then a letter to the son, talking about other things there, obviously, and what his father wants him to honor, etc. In assuming for his portion of the estate, and someone. And the last one, which is sort of a signatory one, which is very important to Milton, declaring the grounds, the structures, and the material possessions shall pass to my eldest surviving child on the event of my death.
I didn't say that or show that one to Reg. When I was talking about the other ones, I would have seen that and gone. I won't mention this to him because. Milton first.
Fair enough. Yes, but all three of them are passed to you, Milton, in the moments, and you obviously can see plainly that there is something literally in Darius's hand, or it looks to be as this is all going on.
This is very, very interesting. This could prove invaluable. Thank you for bringing this to me. I will take this under advisement and see what Bob has to say once he gets back from wherever he is.
So does this mean that Reg can't inherit it? He's not the eldest, is he? Even if he was the child, I don't think he's the eldest.
Unless it counts as the eldest surviving one in the material plane, there might be some loopholes there as a start point.
That is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
If the rest are dead, then he would be the eldest. Also, I think there is the thing that they must display openly for all to see the ability to manifest the power of magic, which I don't think our Reg has, which is also a thing.
I mean, he's just
been
chucking these
flinging those
magic daggers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just.
Are you saying that?
daggers.
But the daggers are magic. Is he magic?
I literally produce a flame in my hand. Yes.
Well, you've never shown us that before. We didn't know that.
Why did I need to? I never needed to.
Well, there was plenty of time we were fighting things where maybe a little bit of flame, a little bit of magic would have been helpful rather than
I mean,
hiding
come
in a
on,
bush.
this isn't much. Can't do much with this. He's like just pointing at it. It's like literally tiny little flame in my hand.
Is there anything else you can do?
Yeah, but nothing like fighting wise.
Well, it still would have been helpful to know, I think.
Well, it is.
I'm sorry?
a weak- It
Mona,
is a
do
weak.
you have any magic? I've never asked you. No one's ever asked Mona that either. What a strange thing to just bring up. Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Regulus. I have magic.
I deal more in curses.
Yeah, also, Mona's shown evidence of it where she's been slicing herself and then getting more powerful. She has shown evidence of it.
Again, curses, not magic.
I
don't know.
would.
I just think it's just a strange thing to bring up.
I would say that while it is a weak, pitifully weak form of magic that you have just displayed,
I mean, a
would
mere
say-
cantrip, of course.
I would say that it
I know
counts
what it is.
as manifesting the power of magic. So I think legally you're in the clear there.
Well, great.
If you are indeed the eldest surviving Corvinaris member.
I mean, that's entirely how I ended up inheriting this thing, right? That's why it was cool.
Actually, is this notarized? Because this might be important. Is there like a
I'll take
stamp
this
of
down.
somewhere?
Is
Bob
this
is not here at the moment. Bob is dead at the moment, I think.
We don't know that.
Okay.
No, we resummoned Bob, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought
No, he went to a different plane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's having his spring break from work.
Yeah, is this last letter signed?
No, it's not signed, which is definitely definitely interesting at this point.
Oh, it's
One
not
of the
even
previous
signed.
It currently lacks any official seal, date, or filing, or a witness signature at the moment.
Is there a space under the signed bit, or does it, as in like where there should be the signed?
Or is it like being ripped off or something?
No, yeah, it's laid out perfectly and is ready for a signature and bits on that front.
In one of the previous rooms, we also saw a similar one, and there it said that Darius cedes his claim to all titles, blah blah blah, in the hands of my eldest surviving child on my dead, barring resurrection through magic and ritual. That one was signed, right?
I believe so. Yes, on that front.
Was that notarized by anyone?
I don't think it was notarized, but it did have a signature on that one. And I think, Milton, give me an investigation check. And I'm going to give it with advantage because this is kind of your legalese kind of area of expertise as this is going on.
Okay, not bad. 16.
16. Looking at this compared to the other one and things like that, you realize that this is someone trying to impersonate the handwriting of Darius Corvinaris.
Oh, Kryn is the oldest, right?
Yeah,
So-
Kryn is
Yeah.
technically the oldest, yeah.
I believe this is a fake, actually, and this other one is the real one, since this one actually is signed.
Machination,
wow.
more machinations of possibilities that, yes, Kryn was, yes, trying to fake documents
and-
that helped his claim, yes.
Yeah, and we know that Darius wanted to disinherit Kryn, right? So
Mhm.
that
You
would
you
make
definitely
sense.
believe that so from what you've found in the remnants of notes that he was to
So
be
it would make
disinherited.
sense
Yeah.
that Kryn tried to get his claim back by potentially faking these documents.
It's very,
Oh.
very plausible. Yes.
Well, this does not speak well for him in a court of law. So in that case, yeah, you have a step up here, Regulus, if this is truly the case. If he truly is disinherited, then it might just be you and Elsit. Is it Elsit? No.
You
it's
mean
not
the
Elsit.
literal dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the literal dragon.
Yeah, the literal sleeping dragon. Yes.
Yeah, that seems like a really perfect person to inherit this house.
Yeah, but we can help her not be a dragon.
I mean,
Yeah,
is
we
that
could kill her. Put her out of her
that is
misery.
That
that
not
is
what I
no
said.
way to talk about your sister.
Sister, yeah.
Hey, that
Sister,
family has done
cousin,
shit for
auntie,
Regulus,
who
so
knows?
Yeah, but she might have not known he existed. Give her a break at least. She might not have known.
Yeah, she's been asleep for God knows how long. So
Yeah.
Fair enough. Mona, yes, you've been standing at this door for a while, itching to, itching to
Yeah.
do your thing.
I want. Yeah, I was going to open this door, but I was going to say, can we take a quick break if possible?
Absolutely, yeah, we
Before we
can
do.
definitely take 10-15. We'll go grab drinks, and we shall come back. Thank you for the reminder, and yeah, we'll go on to a break. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So yes, you guys are milling over these letters that have been found in the wardrobe, and yes, hanging around on the outskirts of these current rooms that you're at. But yeah, what are you up to?
I opened the
Well,
door.
we need to
Oh, yes,
find
open the
Espen.
door.
Where did Espen go?
Well, probably the
Oh.
toilet again.
You can hear them muttering and mumbling. I think it's probably at this point, yeah, as you're coming round, Astra, that these two are making their way back round. Yeah, they look calmer than they were before, but yeah, they come into view, Astra, as this is all going on.
You guys okay? Espen, how are you feeling? That was a bad fall.
I'll be fine. Thank you for asking. I think I overheard that something was discovered.
Yeah, I found some letters in a hidden compartment. One of them, Milton believes, is a forgery of the will of Darius Corvinaris, and the others seem to be a letter to Kryn and a concern about Darius's late wife's soul being taken.
What? How was her soul taken? What did he say?
I think it's more of a theory, less of a.
Yeah, it's kind of the ramblings of a man that's like
Yeah.
been talking about. He believes someone has taken her soul, or she has taken his soul. There's a lot of, or they have taken her soul. There's a lot of that going on. Yeah, there seems to be certainly something more going on with about the wife's death than maybe possibly originally thought.
Do you show Espen the letter or no?
Well, I gave them to Milton, so I actually haven't got them anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, Milton has the copy of it, but it seems to be a little bit rambling, a little bit mad. But we'll have a proper look at it when we get a rest point. I think Mona's opening another room.
Yeah.
Okay, as you say, lead the way.
No problem. Yeah, as you open the door, then Mona, there appears to be another room in front of you as this is going on. You've had to force the door more than normal, but you're adequately strong enough up to the task as this is going on. Yeah, it seems like this room is in chaos. Its couches are in faded green, cushions and with like an armoire, etc., around, all piled against the door that you've had to push back. So it's a lot of this was sort of almost barricaded as this was going on. not much of it's showing damage, but it was certainly piled up as you're looking at it, and that is all sort of going on. But yeah, barring that, in the instant,
Is that a severed hand? Or are they gloves?
Excuse me?
in the darkness, it takes you a few moments, but it does look like there are parts of a person in this room, and they are not all attached together, would be the best way of putting it.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, I grab like a piece of wood and throw it.
Oh yes, there is definitely a mirror in the corner of the room that you do shatter as this is going on.
There's a dead body in here, but like only parts of it, so it's not too sickly for you guys.
Is there a head?
Yeah, that's
I don't
the
know. I
important
can only
bit.
see some hands. I can see a couple of feet. Not too sure.
Yeah, oddly no head as you're starting to have a look around, I believe.
If you have a hand, can you make it do sign language?
Yeah, can I... That's a
That's
loophole
only
we
if you
need.
can use sign language in life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, can I investigate the drawers and the bed, please?
You can definitely make a sort of a general in a general investigation check of that. No problem. Go for it.
Okay, now.
Ooh, yeah, not so much on Mona as this going on. However, Milton, yeah, if you're doing a sort of investigation at the same time as this is going on.
That was previously.
That was previously. So apologies. That was slightly early.
No, I realized I am not good enough at investigation, so I will leave the investigation to the people that are actually good at it.
No problem.
Apparently I'm not
Wasting
either.
rolls.
I'm looking for secret
I
passageways
can
and stuff as well,
investigate.
aren't I? So
Yeah, you can definitely make an
So,
investigation check, Regulus. That's
Look
no
at the
problem.
Severed limbs.
In a 20 investigation check on that one. Okay. It looks like the bed had been slept in and the covers tossed aside. However, as if someone tried to rise in haste. Next to it is a night table that has been toppled, and a pitcher that once contained water is shattered across the wooden floor. So, yeah, it was like someone was woken in their sleep. The other things you can see are that there is certainly bits and bobs around of old leather boots and decayed other parts, and there is a knife now rusted and worn that has been partly jammed into the wall, like it had been thrown.
I give it like a play-by-play of what can happen.
I think I'll give you as well with your 20. Crammed under the bed, barely visible, there is a glint of gold that catches your eye.
Yoink.
The magpie is that.
As you yoink out, it's something bigger as you start to have a quick look, but it appears to be an ornate lute of some description here. Quite a beautiful looking lute.
Nice.
Red wood trimmed with gold as this is all going on.
Does it have like a strap?
It does have a little bit of a strap left, and there is an engraved gold plate on the body of it. When you turn it over and have a read, it says, "With all of a mother's love for her daughter."
Oh, that's good. We can use that for Elspeth.
I shall put that into your inventory.
Or did they have a daughter apart from that? Because this could be talking about two people, right?
Well, we've only said one.
But we already. This isn't Elspeth's room.
No, you definitely know it's not Elsif's room. That is definitely true.
It could be Basilla, right? Which is Elsif's daughter?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I really hate to ask, but the body parts: adult, child, man, woman. What we working with?
Espen was looking at these. I would like to roll a medicine check on them.
Absolutely, you can definitely roll a medicine check.
I hold up my holy symbol to give myself guidance. hang on,
Okay.
23. Espen's the healer. He knows medicine.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm just making sure I'm telling it to you in the right order here. It looks like something with claws ripped the body apart, and all of the sort of action, shall we say, is from a startled position from the bed, and then all on this side of the bed, if that makes sense, that this all went down. Oddly, no blood, but yeah, it certainly got ripped apart, and yeah, it seems like it's all sort of originating around this one space in the corner here of the room. Oddly, directly in front of a very shattered or now shattered mirror.
And can I tell man, woman, child? And
Oh,
how
sorry,
long
yeah,
they've been lying here?
male and at least 2 years. 2 years old, as in happened. Probably in their mid-20s.
I thought you meant like a toddler.
yeah.
No, apologies. Yeah, as in that body has been decayed for 2 years. Sorry, apologies for putting in the right terms. Yeah.
I was about to say the darkness.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just writing in dead babies everywhere. It's not. It's not good. It's not
That's
good.
even part of the campaign.
It's not even part of the campaign, and I'm adding it in. But no, it is.
Every now and then spice things up.
It's got exploding toilets. It didn't need any more spicing up. It was fine. It was fine. But yes, yeah, you're pretty sure that's what's going on.
This must have happened while we were in the Shadow Realm, because we were and the Feywild. So we were there for at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite possibly. You know, seasons have passed. So yeah, you're not sure how much, but yeah, it could be. Meanwhile, anything else as this is going on? There's definitely some ratty old traveller's clothes and some bits of broken axe and broken swords around as you're looking around the room. But yeah, the key things have probably been found with the loot.
Is there everything discovered with the loot? Is there like anything inside or anything like that?
Inside the loot, not that you can see. It's a very beautifully made thing. As that's going on, and when you read the full plate, it does say to Elseth from Yalna. So it does tell you it is the daughter. So Darius's daughter's loot. So yes, the Fey lady of the house's loot.
Looks like a looter got killed.
They certainly barricaded themselves in well. However, that did not apparently stop something coming out of a mirror. Is probably the best way of putting it.
Trapped himself. Probably.
Did we smash that mirror?
Yes.
It was already. It was pre-smashed.
Oh,
No, I smashed it. I
Oh.
smashed it.
Thank you.
Pre-smashed because Mona smashed it.
Pre-smashed by one of you. Yes.
Pre-smashed by me.
Oh, why is this?
Okay. So yeah, you see there was more of the house as more rooms going this way. Oh.
I'm not stealthing.
Astra, for the first time ever, is deciding to stealth as this is all going on. But yes, apologies. So Regulus, you get to another door. You can see. You think it's locked in the moments as this is going on.
This is locked. No, it's not.
No.
I'm mistaken.
Yeah, for whatever point it was on that one. But yeah, a sort of a red room takes your sight as you're looking on the other side of it as the door gives way nice and easily on this one. It is definitely it's sort of a confusing sort of style space if there on that one. The only thing that is very, very noteworthy as you're looking at it is the giant one, the giant mirror on the far end of the space. Is a big one on that one.
smashy smash.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, you go smashing. Smashing all of that on that front. On that front, no problem. You can make me a investigation check and figure all of that out.
Why is everything so really slow for me tonight? Sorry.
Okay, with a 24 on that one.
I can see now that.
Yeah, along the north side of the room, near the mirror, there appear to be strange humanoid footprints left in the dust on the floor. Most curious is that these footprints are facing away from the mirror as if something had stepped through. So clearly at some point in the recent past, that creature that you have been dealing with previously has definitely made its way into the space as that's all going on that one.
Oh, I see. So this is obviously something that's come out of the mirror here. Yeah, we all know what that is. So
What is this on this side of the room?
curtains, it looks like.
Yeah, heavy set curtains in front of a window that lead off in that general direction as this is going on.
I don't actually see through it, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's just heavy set curtains over the top of it on that one.
Is
So
this
what was?
so? Is this a table with designs on it?
Where are you looking? Apologies.
I bet
This,
you can go underneath.
this.
No, yeah, that seems to be some like cloth and bits that are sort of hanging from the ceilings, I believe, as this is all going on.
Huh.
Not creepy.
No. Sorry, apologies. I think this is where these are darker spaces, and I think I'll give you Regulus with your 24. This is where furniture would have once sat on the floors here, and they now no longer do.
A furniture sat here. It's gone now.
Someone took it with them. Movers.
Maybe to barricade that other room.
I'm not sure it would fit through the door if you're standing there. This one and then this.
It seems excessive. Like, why would you take these from here to barricade it? Nah, I don't know.
Maybe if this
The
was
mysteries of this house.
Continue.
just confusing.
Fair enough. Mona, are you trying the door by you as this is all going on?
Yep.
It appears to be locked. Yes.
Reg,
What?
go ahead.
Oh,
Unlock the
okay.
door.
It's a lazy open, but he does open up what appears to be a very weathered bathroom. Yet another one in this space.
You need the bathroom?
Yeah.
No, I will be fine, thank you.
I
Espen
don't
just
think we should go in
wanders
bathrooms anymore.
There's no mirrors in this bathroom, right?
There does appear to be one mirror on the side of the room as this is going.
Smash the hell out of it.
Okay.
Pick up a bit of wood from the ground and just
thwack. So you can hear smashing going on as this is all happening. No problem.
Oh, that's that room sorted. Off we go.
Okay, fair enough on that one. So yeah, as you guys are making your way up, there seems to be two more doors left on this side of the space as this is all going on.
As we're making our way up here, are we hearing anything downstairs? Because this is like the general vicinity of where those ghouls were, right?
I'm going to put it in the terms of there is a general sort of humming sound coming from below. On this one, and I'm going to give Cordelia here in the moments here with your passive. you do spot a secret door on the side here as this is going on. You're high enough on your passive there, well, along with Espen actually. So the two of you, apologies, you would be catching a secret door as this is going on.
Oh, Regulus, another one for you, and she'll like bang on the wall.
And it gives where behind Astra, who didn't spot it.
Oh, she's like, oh, and steps back.
Oh, there we are. Didn't even need me to go touching all the walls.
You want to go in here first, and then this?
Yeah, make our way through instead of coming back.
I mean, I certainly don't want to go first.
Oh yeah, Mona first, always.
Okay, Mona, as you're looking in off to one side of you here, on this side is just dark. On this side, you can see the faint insides of a room. It looks like it's been badly overturned. Loads of blue. It looks like you're looking through a dark glass pane of glass.
Oh, creep.
Oh.
Ugh.
How big
Yeah,
is the pane? Is it like enough for me to just break and step through, or?
It's a ginormous, sort of section there, as far as you can see. Yeah,
Okay.
you could if you were to smash through.
Yeah.
Okay, just for ease of things, I'll have you go. I'll go through the door on the side. But yeah, you do smash the mirror.
I did not see the door.
That's right. You wouldn't have done.
If there was a door. Yeah.
But yeah, on this,
walk past you as you're smashing all the things and just open the door and.
yeah, you see you've basically destroyed a one-way mirror against this wall as this is going on.
It was a mirror, so we would have had to break it anyway. So it worked.
Espen opens the door from this side and pokes his head
Oh,
in
it's
to
a-
see everybody who's walked in here.
It's a bedroom as well. That's creepy. Ew.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, unlike the red room below, this looks like a blue counterpart to it on that one. But yeah, it definitely seems like this one is been busted and shattered apart. There's a lot more going on. Lots of blue cushions around and different things like that. Yeah, there is. The odd furniture here and there on that one, along with furniture with red furnishings upon it, has also ended up in this room and is appearing to be floating above you all in this space as this is also going on. It is very, very, very strange.
Okay, investigation of this room.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
going to do investigation of like
Is it
over here.
floating? Sorry, is it floating
them.
kind of above where Astra is standing?
Yes, pretty much. There's basically the furniture that would be in the red room is sort of broken apart, and there's cushions and bits, and they're all sort of floating around above in this room as this is all going on.
Astra, you may want to step aside.
Oh,
You're
shit.
standing right
Yeah.
above the portal.
God.
Yeah. So sorry. As you're sort of doing this on this one, I think what you're finding with your investigation check is there are more tracks, Mona, that make sense for something that was coming and going through the mirror. I'm certainly thinking you would be getting that. Cordelia and Astra, you can give me an Arcana check. Okay, so yeah, Cordelia, you work out that the materials of the furniture are mostly wood, but they appear to be imbued with some sort of transmutation magic. There's no conceivable reason why someone would do this intentionally. You think this is a side effect, a mishap of whatever's going on or has gone on below, on the floor below. As it's just literally floating there and sort of slowly moving.
This is going to be an odd question. Does this... Oh, this is going to be such a high DC. But I'm thinking... were these pieces of furniture made from wood from the estate?
As in wood gathered from the estate? You mean from the grounds? You mean on that one?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just thinking maybe it's the same as the wood that Darius used in the creation of his extraplanar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with. I'm not going to make you roll for it. I think it's what you. It comes down to what you think in the moments, if that makes sense on that one. But yeah, I mean, it's not implausible. Sort of that some of this would have been. I mean, most of these types of people will gather stuff from their own estate to have made into furniture and bits. So possibly, yes.
Interesting.
Does
We may need to come back and gather some of these later and burn them.
you think there's something wrong with the furniture?
As literally floating above your head, yes.
I mean, other than this, no, I think it's exactly what we're looking for. Should we need to reconstruct the portal in the bedroom?
I think with your level of Arcana, you feel like you might be on the right lines. I'll put it in those terms for you.
We could try and break up the chair above and take bits of the chair to start with, so at least we have a little bit.
Well, I'm kind of hoping they just stay floating and we can kind of just push them along.
But I mean, do we not? Surely it's easier just to get it in our pockets.
Or not carry it at all.
Like a glorified balloon?
Exactly.
Okay, anyone got any rope?
I'm sure one of you must have some rope
some
I'm sure you do from general supplies. Is the honest truth.
I actually don't know if the scholar's backpack has
I
rope.
think everyone's got rope, surely.
I do not have rope.
Yeah, I don't have any rope on my sheet either.
Oh yeah, no do I.
Does no one have rope? What is
What?
that?
What are you, adventurers?
The one time anyone needs rope.
Do I have rope? Let's see. I have rope.
Hey, there you go. So yeah, you lending them? Are you lending them the bit of rope to tie to a chair, a floating chair?
I was going to say we could have Bob just push it along.
But
Bob is not with us.
No. And that made me sad.
And the one use for Bob was writing stuff, and it would have been for carrying. But alas, yes.
No matter. I will resummon him. He will come back to us eventually.
He has no choice.
Meanwhile,
Okay,
yeah, Mona, you're at another door as that's all going on.
For everyone to come out to open it, but I can open it now. That's fine.
Sure, no problem. On the other side of the door, there appears to be a dark coloured in grey furnishings, dark blacks. There is a overwhelming, powerful smell of rotting food and mildew and rust in this room. There's a sizable hole in the center of the room that reveals the kitchen area below that appears to be collapsed into in parts. So yeah, you're getting the disgusting kitchen that you fought rust monsters previously on the floor below is directly there.
Okay, lovely. I'll just do another general investigation while I'm over the other side.
Sure, absolutely, no problem.
Oof.
Barring the overwhelming stench of it from the kitchens below, it does seem to seem like there's not much of over interest as you're looking around on that one. Meanwhile, obviously, Regulus, you're on the other side here. Is there anything you're up to as that's going on?
Just poking around a bit. Just generally looking.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, you can make an investigation check as well then. Yeah.
I do like this.
All these private roles.
Oh, yeah. Why is that one? It's even private from me.
Oh no.
It's so private, your GM can't even see it.
Regulus
to roll it
is
again,
key.
Also, I've been giggling about perception to myself for a bit. I just
He's managed
the
to
word
do perception roll.
Redemption roll.
Redemption's
Yeah, I don't know if you can set it back to public roll, Jamie, and redo it if that's okay for you.
Yeah, I'm just confused about what I've been doing.
Ah, yeah. You're throwing me in the moment. Yeah, there we go. Okay, with a 26 on that one. The glass from a shattered coffee table is spread over the inside of the doorway. A writing desk has been partially propped up against a broken bay window on the north wall to block either light or passage, and was further braced by a couch at one point as well. Someone was trying to attempt to fortify this room, is definitely something that you would have gotten from it.
Everyone needs to fortify a room for some reason.
I know. One of the nightstands lays on its side against the far southeast corner of the room, and the wall is dented from the impact of it being thrown there. Most of the furniture is damaged through being hacked at by a sword or a sharp sort of weapon. There was definitely some sort of a fight that went on in here.
There's been so much fighting going on in this house.
Yeah.
You can see here,
And-
basically relate all that information to.
So this could be potentially blocking a doorway. Did you say?
They were certainly attempting to block the window and try and fortify the room, if that makes sense. And then obviously whatever they've done here with this coffee table, they were trying to brace the door, but that's all given out with time.
This just goes out into like a balcony, does it?
There's no balcony, but there is a window. Yeah, it is a window out, if that makes sense. So yeah, they were definitely trying to block all the entrances and exits at one point, and there is another shattered mirror on the ground in the middle of the room.
It just looks to me that they were trying to protect themselves against whatever is happening here.
And
I think it's this mirror monster. I think it's just killing everyone that's coming into this house.
Why would they barricade the windows though?
Because they don't know that it was coming from the mirror, probably. That's why this mirror is probably smashed after the fact.
Yeah, maybe they certainly were blocking all of the ways they could think of into the room. That much you will get from your investigation. That's definitely true.
Should we head downstairs?
Yep. Sorry, apologies. There would have been one last thing that would have been in there, though. Is Regulus, when you were looking in that corner, you did find some bits of paperwork in there. You do manage to pull some of those aside. Looking at them in the moment, it looks like a letter from Usk would certainly be what you appear to be saying, being able to see as this is all going on.
What?
Apologies,
What?
sorry, I've just put it in the chat.
Oh, fucking way.
What the fuck? No, I refuse.
Okay. Literally just holding in my hand. I assume that this was when everyone was inside.
Oh yeah. No. You've just literally been you've been pulling things through. Yeah, but yeah, apologies. Yeah, it's all in the moments. But yeah, that's the one of the last things you found it on the side tables.
I'm so angry. So angry. Feel the rage.
Okay, I just sort of hand this to Milton, and I'm like, I don't even know how to process this as Jamie myself. As well. Here, this is something I think you need to look at right now.
You pass this letter over to Seb's character, sorry, Milton, in the moment. Sorry, at a mind blank. But yeah, you pass it over.
Well, this is certainly interesting. I will need to go over this for to see of handwriting and stuff. But if
Just literally just got his head in his hands, like.
But if this is
Like
if this
explode
is
in his brain.
actually true, then yeah, this would be the first direct clue that you are indeed part of the line of inheritance of this estate. This bodes very well for you, Master Regulus.
Not only the line of inheritance, but I mean, the first line it says that Regulus is the firstborn.
That is very true. You would be the oldest if this information is indeed correct. It seems, yeah, you might actually be the rightful owner of this estate.
I'm not the firstborn.
It does seem to suggest you are, from what it's saying in that letter at the moment. Yeah, which is kind of a bit strange.
Usk must be too scattered to have recognized you or your name. We've introduced you to the two versions that we met.
Regulus, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Never put any thought into.
Now's the time. 28.
20.
Then I don't think the maths adds up.
No, it doesn't. From what you're saying there, it wouldn't. That would sound too early. Which just seems kind of strange.
I mean, time is weird here, so who knows?
No, even before the event. So the event happened 20 years our time.
Which
And
means
at
he
the
was
point
eight.
of the... yes, and the other children were already old enough to have families and children of their own.
Mm. Yeah.
That will put Regulus at or older.
Considerably.
Yeah, it doesn't really add up, Regulus, as you're thinking about it. But it's a very strange thing that's coming up as this is all going on. Very weird.
It's just literally like he doesn't even know how to process this. He's like, for me now, we just need to carry on and fix this place. We can come back to this another time.
You seem weirdly shocked for someone who is very confident that you had the inheritance.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I would be so close to it. I thought I was way down, and I just thought that obviously it just trickled down, and everybody was dead, and then I just got the inheritance. It doesn't make any sense to me. I honestly don't. I don't know how. I don't really know what to say.
Perhaps Usk wrote the wrong word. Maybe he meant to write youngest, or I don't know.
No, it's interesting. Yes, you're not sure. Yeah, some things don't add up at this point. It's very strange. Certainly, the timeline doesn't.
What did you know about your inheritance? Because by the looks of this, your mother seemed very against you knowing. What would make her change her mind?
She already told me that I was Corvinaris, and that the family was well established and an old family, and
So she did tell you.
But this
She
letter
just
seems
lied.
to suggest...
Yeah, but she just
Otherwise-
lied to them. Probably doesn't care about the
She
call now.
didn't- yeah, she didn't know-
They left her alone. Like what? They left her to just have a child. What do you expect?
But she gained
she
nothing
didn't
from
want
telling
anything to do
Regulus.
with them. She didn't want anything. She cut ties with them.
Then why
completely.
tell you?
Her name wasn't Corvinaris. She gave
Oh
me
God, no.
Corvinaris after my father, but I thought my father was someone different. She talked of Kryn and I assume maybe I put 2 and 2 together and got 5. And
But why would she? It seems from this letter that she didn't want you involved with the.
I didn't.
Estates in any way, shape, or
my
form.
mother died when I was extremely young.
But why would she give you the surname of a family she doesn't want you associated with at all? She
Yeah,
could have
she
very
seemed
easily just
to
given you hers. This is
want to
very
keep you
weird.
away for
Well,
the sake
by
of
the
your
sounds,
well-being.
this she didn't want, but
Yeah, sorry. The one thing you should remember, guys, this is written from the point of view of Usk, not from Regulus's mother, if that makes sense, to the Lord. So yeah, you don't know. You know, assuming this is all correct, is you don't have that line, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
As in, this is hearsay of someone else. Yeah, you can't infer what his mother said from this letter. I suppose is one way of looking at it.
We're
I
doing
don't
it.
have the answers.
We need to talk. We need to talk to Usk again because there is the possibility that
Oh
Usk-
Jesus! Every
Usk
time we talk to West,
wanted-
he's like, "Oh no, let me get you tea."
we can at least
It's
try because
definitely-
maybe he's made this up to disinherit you. Maybe he went and saw your mother and she went, "Hey, I want him to inherit what he's owed," and Usk went, "Nope," and then wrote you out. You don't know. There's
Well,
there's so many
It
possibilities.
makes no sense from the way my mother spoke of the family. She wanted nothing to do with them, and we lived far away because of this reason. Is it like thinking on it now? She might have been scared. Anytime I brought anything up, but this was when in my youth, like she died when I was sort of like 10 or so. 10 or so is Jamie making that up.
It's no problem. Yeah, no problem in the moment.
So I just used the name because I knew it was powerful. And then one day I got the letter off perhaps Milton.
Yeah, Milton turned up not long after and claiming that you may be involved with all of this.
And I don't know if it's because there's more powerful bodies at play that know a bit more about this sort of thing. I don't have the answers. I don't know.
Well, this certainly is very interesting, and we will get to the bottom of this, because this is of the utmost importance to both my duty to my firm as to my duty to the law at large.
Okay, fair enough. So as you're all sort of hanging around in this space, is there anything more that you're up to, or are you moving on in these moments?
I think we need to move on because we've gone down the rabbit hole of speculation rather than any evidence. Did we, by the way, agree whether or not Cordelia or Astra was carrying the balloon of the chair?
That's up to you guys. Are you taking one a balloon onwards of one of these chairs that's wrapped on a rope?
If it is movable, she will happily carry a balloon chair.
It's definitely when once tied to it, there is now a floating chair on a rope that you're now pulling along. Nice and easy to move. It seems to go with you without issue. You have to bump it and move it round down the space, but it is going.
Every time it bumps the wall or something, she'll apologize to Regulus.
I think we should make our way to the Feywild and get part of that teleporter.
Do we? Yeah, I think that is the most pertinent. Have we discovered everything on the ground floor?
I don't believe so. But do we think we have enough with what we've already found?
We definitely have enough for Elsbeth, I think. We have loots, we have jewellery, we have letters, we have a few things.
You've definitely found a fair few items that you would consider part of her bits. That's definitely true.
I'm pretty sure we have done most of downstairs. We haven't gone anywhere near where the ghouls are again, because I don't think we want to do that.
Absolutely not.
Thank you for the assistance.
There we go.
I would have deposited the balloon chair in the room with.
Oh wait, the teleporter is on the second floor. We've gone the wrong way. It's on the It's on the balcony of the balcony of the
Nope.
library.
Well, we can get back up there through
The secret
the
tunnel.
sun's room in the.
Oh no, yeah.
I tell you what, if we hold fire, if we're saying that what you're doing is you're just going to the library,
Spread out,
yes.
spread
library
out,
teleport.
as difficult as possible.
I don't know where I am.
Let's bring it in
Oh,
for a
first
moment
of all.
then, as this is all going on. So yes, you guys are literally going to teleport yourselves across to the Fey side of the manor, is my understanding. So let me go and get across to there for a moment. I will bring you guys through a few moments later. So give me a second. Wait for that to load. And yes, there's a whole bunch of you over here.
Herding cats.
Yeah, I'm
Goes
definitely
through,
herding
right?
cats. Yeah. 1 second.
Staying still. I am staying still.
That's okay. Right. So got a few of you. Who am I missing now? There is going to be.
Still on the second floor. I apologize.
Okie dokie. Okay. So I think there will be Mona and on the other one. So give me a moment, 2 seconds. So one of those, and I'm missing Milton. Yeah. Right. Okay. So you guys are going to be appearing in the Fey side of the house, re-teleporting through the library, and making your way.
Oh.
Now,
Cool.
give it a moment. In 2
I'm
places
here
at once. 1 second. Is there anyone else that there's 2 of? There must be one more of you somewhere. Where is he hiding? No, I think you've... Okay, maybe there is just the 1 token of you.
I don't think we have the acolyte.
Yes, I will bring her to follow along in a moment on that one. Right.
Are you sure we don't want to leave her there? And...
Just
I'm
leave
just
her
asking
leave her on the other side of the space as this is all going on. And going, but yes, so I'm just going to change the music to, let's have something a little bit more Feyward for a while. So we're going to change that to this. So yes, once more, you guys will be reappearing on the library side here in the Fey. The portal once more active for you, and the broken Fey version of the library reappears before you all in the moments.
Right, let's just get to the teleporter and get out of here as fast as possible, because we've already... Time goes so fast in our plane. I would rather not waste a lot of time here, if possible.
Agreed.
Yeah, you definitely see that there's a sort of a causeway that makes its way round past the trees on this side, or you can use the door on this side of the balcony. Either would be viable.
Where are we heading? Is the
We're going to where
You're basically going.
Master
You want to try.
Bedroom is
You're
gonna be.
trying to get directly north on that one.
through the Gatling planks? Because that's what the DM said first, so I feel like that's the right way.
Fair enough. As you guys start making your way round, you can definitely see the library below and all of the bits that are going on there as previous as that one's going on. But yeah, Cordelia, you do make your way around first, making your way back into the hallways. You know that this was the room where the satyrs and all of that were going on with Timnus previously. So you guys have been in that room before. The rest of this space looks familiar to something that you've seen before, but you've not really explored much of this space prior, if that makes sense.
I do believe the main room was through here, right?
Just going to bring Espen to catch up.
Yeah.
Cordelia, the centaurs are still dancing away and doing their thing and partying as you guys make your way in. And you can see Timnus is in here and looking a little drunk as this is going on. And he's like, hey guys. And he's way more casual than he has been before. It's good to see you again.
hope you
James,
put that
I'm
scythe
stuck.
somewhere.
Thank
I'm
safe.
bringing you over, Espen. Yeah, make the life a little easier.
Yeah,
Don't drink and scythe.
How are you all doing? Are you coming back for a drink?
No.
No. Things have been rough, mate.
Yes, we are sorry, Timnis. We are actually looking to get into that room. Over there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, yeah. Who are we to stop you? But by all means, yeah. But if you want to stop and have a drink, by all means. This party's been getting pretty wild, and he's trying to keep himself. He's clearly been drinking way too much of this alcohol at this point, as this is all going on. Yeah, he has been he's been enjoying life since he's been back. Let's put it that way. Will be the best way of putting it as this is all going on. As you do make your way over, Mona, you do try the door, and it is locked in the moments as you attempt to do it.
Reg, can you just pick this lock quick?
Yeah, I do. Do my best.
Were there people that were trying to awaken her, or what was the deal again?
Oh.
Oh my God, Reg! Yeah, you. For the first time, one of your picks breaks in the moment in the lock as you try it.
A letter is putting me off.
He's thrown and distracted.
Focus with. Just use your electric. And he just gestures to hit glaive.
I will attempt first to shoulder barge it open, just proper.
Oh, you're gonna proper strength barge it. Okay.
First before, because I don't know what happens if we break stuff in this room. I don't know if there's guards or shit.
No worries on that one. But yeah, you can definitely strength shoulder barge it. Go for it. Yeah.
In the Feywild, the door would just say "ow."
Yeah, so, and it pushes on the lock, but it's sort of going, and they're like, "Whoa, calm down there, lady, calm down. What's wrong? What's wrong?" It's another one of as they sort of like, "Whoa." Yeah, as you break and smash through the door on that one. Damn, she's really got issues, hasn't she? As they're looking around at Espen.
This room is beautiful. Oh my God.
Is it good?
It's actually amazing.
But yeah, they're a bit too drunk to be taking too much notice of this on that one.
Is the bed facing the right
So
way?
much anger. So much anger.
Yes, the bed is facing the right way. Thank God.
Espen puts his hand on Timnis's shoulder and just says, "Yes, they are quite the bunch. Sorry to disrupt your parties."
No worries. But please, yeah. And he's still trying to offer you a drink each time.
Espen is looking at the drink like
longingly.
But Varia comes in and pushes it down and away, and then pushes him through the door.
Yeah, fair enough. She's had some.
We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And she shuts the door behind him.
These chambers are meant for the master of the manor and are at once lordly and wild at the same time. A giant flower has been coaxed into the shape of a bed with numerous smaller flowers nearby glowing to bathe every area in light. Sitting chairs once fit for nobility now show the wear of decades of use. Coiling vines are thick around them as this is all going on, crawling up the walls, furniture and seats, supporting the old furniture that is no longer fit to stand on its own, but is now held up by life and the plants in general. Despite its wildness of this place, there is a certain primal comfort to it all. And
is it warm?
yes, it is. It's vibrant and warm. On that one, very comfy. Very comfy looking bed, if organic, as this is all going on. Are you guys?
Warm is in use. That's what I mean by warm.
No. It's more. More like it's giving off, like it's like an electric blanket, like it's heated.
Oh, cool.
On that one, from what's from what's going on that one. And I'm assuming at this point, Espen, you're making your way over to the rug? Is that what?
Yeah, Espen is tapping his left foot where the seal was in the other room, seeing if like the circle is here too.
No problem. Yeah, again, once more pulling back the rugs and the space there. Another portion of a rune is revealed, showing another section of the portal below. Yeah, definitely a different section to the one that you've seen previously.
We really need Bob here so he can draw out the parts and then we can put them together.
You do remember having done some rubbings of certain things earlier in the episode, Astra, in the moment. So I'll give you that as that your character would be aware of some of that as this is all going on. But yeah, certainly knowing what the symbols are is part way of actually being able to rebuild the portal and make things work. So yeah, having a copy of this one, you're certainly able to spend some time working through that and collecting all of those bits as you guys are just taking that in. Anyone else doing anything else in the moments? And then I think we'll close it here for this episode in a moment or so. But
Open around the rooms at the bottom.
Yeah, Espen actually looks up from the circle to in front of Mona and just says, "Did we see a door in the material there?"
No.
No. But we can check it. She'll open. Oh, it's locked.
Fair enough. No, there definitely appears to be a locked door on that side of the space.
Would you like to open it?
I do too. I'm feeling better.
There you go.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, absolutely. You will be able to open things up onto the balcony on that one side. And what we'll have is there's a scene of looking out there in the moments, a winged figure with red skin, drinking tea and sort of looking out on the space and sort of looks to one side to you guys and says, it's good to see you all again. As you see, the librarian is out there sipping tea on the balcony and sort of gives you a wry smile as you guys come across him in the moments. And that will be where we will pick up next time with the librarian and the things. Yes, Vostalas makes his return. Having tea for a change. But yeah, well done. We'll I think we'll call it there, and yes, we will return next time. So yeah, I will cut the stream here, I think. Well done.